We had landed in a strange world full of purple fog and were searching for Malin. Where was she hiding? We'd heard of some butterflies up there. Should we catch them? No. It was time to go and search everything. There were some islanders here, but we had to find Malin. And quick. There was a strange shrine near there. Should we promote Kezia? Or a Markaur? Or Homie? Homie was the chillest this time around, and he would help us get through the mysterious fog, so we sat together and combined our forces to find out a little more. We approached the shrine. A large building loomed before me. Tendrils of a dark purple fog swirled about, much like the mysterious mists that surrounded the island. We would enter the shrine and search for its secrets, or would we? It was pretty hard to search for secrets there. It would be unsafe. We had to leave again and focus our intent on finding Malin. Maybe the water of legend would help us. There was a stone statue there and dire wolves. Well, we would have to attack the dire wolves. Covered in tar, we attacked. We're ready to strike. But how would we approach this? First, distract them. Then strike out with a pickaxe. It's time to butterfly slash as well. Eliminate the first beast. Then we would target the next wolf. Most of their attack was thankfully blocked. Protect ourselves again. And also healing would help us a lot. A great Copen strike would nearly eliminate one of the wolves. Taking them down. Tolva slash fog. unfazed and distracted the beast. Then went to the attack. One strike. And a second one led to the demise. People here wouldn't like that we eliminated their wolves. But we had no choice. Approached the stone statue in hopes of finding Malin. Discovered a meticulously carved figure, its massive face impassive and calm. I was fascinated by the relic. Several items had been placed around the statue ritualistically. We would examine them if there was something important there, but maybe we should leave an offering here. How about the direwolf pelts that we had just gained? I knew that my sacrifice had been worth the cost. What else was there to gain? Maybe we should go further to the east, or through the sandstorms of time. We didn't know what would lead us where we wanted to go. To the east seemed an option. There were many mysterious things here. Even a sinking shrine. Maybe that shrine wasn't too important. I had to focus too on leaving the fog behind. The fog swirled around me. Then I hurried to escape. Our good Oryx had found a water rest. First, we would have a small look at the shrine, then proceed to the waters. Enter the shrine, and we would leave it be for now. It wasn't important. We had to reach the healing springs and recover. Let's rest, friends. More hate. We had to stop them, but it was impossible. We would have to let them fight. The two separated, seemingly satisfied. Kezia Young's lip was bloodied, and Amako was holding her ribs. Their food wasn't done yet, but they backed away from each other for the night at least. Each crawled into their bedroll, licking their wounds. They were probably fighting over me, as I was so excessively attractive. And Kezia Young was the one I was in love with. But what could I do? It was a beautiful night, and we would rest again. Kezia Young approached me with a small offering. It was a rare flower of both great beauty and scientific value. I was touched by the kind gesture. I did not know if it had been offered as a gesture of friendship to add to our collection, but it was a fine thing to do in either case. Once we had recovered, we would continue. Leave the beautiful springs that we had found for some mysterious things in the mountain. A shipwreck. Came across an astounding discovery, the wreck of what looked an old pirate ship. We would search quickly. The ship appeared too dangerous and I didn't want any injuries. I contented myself with a crate that had fallen outside. Some beautiful water of legend and a dynamite. Sweet, sweet, sweet. There was nothing more to gain from here, and we had to go further to the west. Quick, quick, my friends. There was a hunt master there that we could talk to, but we decided not to and rather go further. We had explored one of the regions completely. It was time to go drink some water of legend. And maybe not go through the fire. Please, thank you. We had heard of some islanders out there. Hoped to cross the purple fog, and we did. Hey people! I encountered the indigenous people of that land. They were clearly rattled. Once peaceful land had been shattered, the mysterious fog tearing it apart. They saw me, they acted with suspicion, but also hope. Perhaps I knew what was happening and what could be done. We could not say that we could solve their problem, we would be honest. I admitted that I was not completely sure what had happened here. I assured them that I was trying the best to help. They did not seem comforted. We gave them a gift. To help out with the animosity that existed between us. I did not give them something of use, but some animal teeth and maybe a coca leaf or two would do wonders. Anticipating further contact with these people, I offered a gift. They accepted it gladly, surprise and warmth showing on their faces. The small group kept their eyes on me as I walked away. It seemed that their trust would not be easily won. I had to go further, though. And we did that. There was a small village there, and we entered it, hope of finding out more. As we entered the village, an emissary informed me that the chieftain was awaiting my visit. It would surely anger him if I had not come. The villagers welcomed me with smiles on their faces. First we would trade. See what they had for us. If we could maybe give them something. There was nothing really specific there. Maybe some torches would come in handy. But what else I was not sure about. There was the obsidian spare. We could maybe sell them for some red berries. And a tribal artifact. Oh well. Maybe it was way too much animal sense. Some water could maybe come in handy. Some jewels. They were cheap. A goldsmithing kit. My goodness me. An islander trinket would certainly help us with loyalties. Whom to give it, we wouldn't know. We would do that trade and see whom we could present with a little gift. Oh, only on the map, okay. All right. We would first ask them about the being engine. And if they had some way to control it. One lady told me an ancient legend of the Palikao. They had used the being engine to bring people from around the world here to serve them. They ruled these lands and over time grew cruel and careless. Their servants, humans, moles and salamanders alike chafed under their rule. Eventually they rose up. Their first rebellion did not succeed, nor the second, but eventually the Palikao were overthrown. Their works were now viewed with fear and hatred. I asked about the operation of the being engine itself. The villager denied knowledge of such things. She advised me to stay away from that cursed thing. Now we would meet with a ruler. A wall of alcoholic fumes hit me as I entered the room. The chieftain sat hunched over a clay vessel, staring into the drink. He staggered to his feet as I entered. He stared at me blearily, demanding to know why I was here. As I stammered an answer, he cut me off with a gesture. The chieftain was in a foul mood and would only tolerate one request. We would share some coca wine with him. I joined the chieftain along with a bottle of alcohol. Compared to the foul beverage he was used to, it was a delightful drink. He seemed very impressed. We would like to learn about their tribe. I asked for permission to spend the evening interviewing the tribe in order to learn more about the people. After careful consideration, it was granted. I spent that night probing the village with my questions and learned much. They told me about men that had come from far away, devastate their lands. They had made them distrustful of outsiders. My inquiries complete, I returned and gave my thanks to the chieftain. The following morning, thanked the chieftain for their time and made my exit. I emerged from the hut, blinking rapidly as my eyes adjusted to the light outside. We would rest here. We were invited to sit with them. A prominent villager approached me, offering a ritual exchange of gifts. So they had an introspection mushroom. Well, we would give them something, but what? Hard to tell, hard to think about. Maybe some jewels. The jewels we had just acquired. I would give them something. They accepted my gift with a friendly smile, pleased that I had honored the traditions here. And we rested for a while with them. I recovered in the village for nearly a week. Time with the friendly islanders was a delight. We would leave then. An islander embraced me warmly and wished me good luck. We were followed, though, now. The question is what we would do now. We would give the island a trinket to someone. Everyone was loyal. So we'll give it to Kezia. She clasped my hand warmly, a tear in her eye. Our love. Our love. Now there was something hidden in the deserts below. I would try to not meet that strange worm there. But alas, yeah, we might have had no other choice. Quick, my friends, quick. Avoid the worm. Discover what is in the sands of time. Another pirate shipwreck in the middle of the desert. Gasped at the sight of the ship's ghostly crew, but they just offered me lipless smiles and asked if I was up for a little game. That was impossible, though, so we would only trade with them. What did they like? They liked everything equally. We had nothing much to offer to them, unfortunately. So we cancelled the deal and left. We were close to another region, but would have to at least eat something. Maybe a coca wine would be good. I did not recognize my surroundings. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had traveled to a place much further. I had to drink the water of legend and travel through to another region. Through the mysterious fogs and the sandstorms. The water of legend still protecting us. We hurried through the mists and discovered a strange stone disc. Came across an ancient disc of carved stone embedded in the ground. In its intricate markings seemed to indicate some knowledge of astronomy. What would we find here? It was time to reveal something to us, but we're also having kind of a hard time doing that. There was an ancient temple here that we probably had to visit. First, though, we wanted to meet with the islanders from this side. They avoided us, though. Dinosaurs standing in our ways. A water wrist was close. Was that a good opportunity or a bad one? Either way, we had to find that ancient temple. We had to go there as quickly as we could. But before, we needed some sanity. Traveled through the mists of nothingness and approached the strange temple. The temple was similar to the golden pyramids I knew so well, but fully intact and adorned with great crystals. Standing guard were two more strangely dressed figures. Before I could speak, they answered the question I was about to pose. They knew where Melin was and what I must do to find her. It seemed that she had already activated the being engine, which in its damaged state had begun to tear the islands apart. How could we help? They placed a small device in my hand, clearly of Padikar origin. It was sort of a key that allowed access to the being engine. I would need to collect 2 more keys, each kept at a temple much like this one. The being engine itself would remain hidden until all 3 were activated together. Why aren't they trying to help? Hesitantly I asked why I was needed to stop Malin. Was I perhaps some kind of chosen one? The Guardian's lips twitched upwards in a smile, the first show of emotion I had seen. They cried that they had vowed to guard these temples, never to leave their posts. As dire as the current situation was, they hinted that it was nothing compared to what might happen if the secrets of these temples were ever revealed. As I turned to leave, the Guardians presented me with one final gift. Saying their farewells, they wished me success on my journey. Well, that was kind of good, but also kind of not good. We had to check the other unknown things in this region first, before we traveled further. It was high time to do that. There was an elephant graveyard there. And something else. Would we find her in the elephant graveyard, poor Malin? Carefully made my way towards the bones of the great beast. I noticed the tracks of scavengers that visited. If I tarried, I was sure to be attacked. No, we would leave. And we would have to go further. Further onward. If I unquivered with terror as a butterfly flew within inches of his nose. Goodness me. We had to go further. There was a strange shaman there, but we didn't care. What would it do? Oh, it would attack. Not so good. Surprised us with this crazy bird. Ow! A vicious attack struck us nearly completely down. It was time to beat back. Markaur had been hit. Distract them. And then could maybe weaken them if we were careful. And we would attack the shaman first. Also trying to stun him at the occasion. Ouch. One of the attacks was blocked. We were made weak by them. Their strange cries. I'd have to heal. The pickaxe would help. Striking the shaman down relentlessly. And then the bird. Its strange cries distracted us massively. We would weaken it too, though. Kicked in hoping to stun. Then sliced in hoping to stun again. And then struck for a little bit of damage. Only one stun was effective. Fei Hung had nearly missed its target. To heal a bit, and thankfully made it. Struck with all the force we could muster. Have to hurry not to be struck down by the great beast. Maybe stun it with force. Strike it down completely. We found strange feathers and decided to rest for a bit, closing the diary for now. See each other again soon, friends, when our journey continued. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Can signing out. See you soon, and happy gaming.